The patch notes have officially dropped, and we're going to go through them together. I just want to do a quick shout out to, I guess, the people over at Respawn and ask where the trailer is, because I was actually planning to do a trailer react, and then we look at the patch notes, but it turns out that there isn't one. I think it was like a gameplay yesterday. That's on me, I think. So we got the new Legend Ballistic. If you've been watching some of the leaks, some of these things won't be new to you, but there will be some goodies later in the video, so we'll just kind of go through this whole thing. Kind of not spend too much time on stuff like this that has already been covered, but we'll still go through the cliff notes. Ballistic, his passive is a sling, which allows him to store a third weapon on the sling that he can access via opening his inventory or character utility action button, and the sling weapon cannot take attachments. Okay, that is interesting. That is a very interesting point, because they didn't mention that in like in the leaks I had previously seen. It cannot take attachments. What I do wonder is, can you put like a gold weapon on a sling? We'll have to wait and see. His tactical whistler shoots a projectile that heats up an enemy's gun as they shoot. Overheating causes damage. Hold the tactical to lock on. Okay, yeah, so that's interesting. That is not at all what people said it would be. Nearby teammates get faster reloads, faster arm move speed, and infinite ammo. And the sling weapon will be upgraded to gold. That's his ultimate. So this is not, I'd say this is not the idea most people got when they heard about Ballistic, honestly. This seems a bit less unhinged. Still good, just not as game-breaking as initially thought. It's probably still going to be really strong. But we're moving on, though, with the World's Edge map update, which they already covered. We've already seen. Basically, the big update is here, and adding a new POI that's called, it's basically that it took away construction building, and they just moved it to Lava City called Stacks, which looks like a TTV Wraith's fever dream, or wet dream, rather. So, if you want to keep up the zipline shenanigans, you just drop on Stacks instead. And I think that point is they want to, like, spread out the map and not have everything die. Or everything happen in one cluster, which is Fragment. Which I disagree with, because I love fighting in Fragment. It is the peak of the Apex experience, and I mean, I'm just saying, I just spilled water all over myself. Moving on. Ranked update, TLDR, new matchmaking hidden by skill rating with skill adjustments made on pre-made sizes to account for competitive advantages gained. AKA, if you stack, the games will be harder, which I think is an amazing change I've been advocating for forever. New scoring system that emphasizes winning the battle royale rather than just getting kills and points. New bonus system that conditionally rewards wins and compensates losses. So if you're in the top 10, we've covered this in a whole different video, but if you're in the top 10, you have like small bonuses. You don't know what the bonuses are, but you'll get like small challenges, and if you do complete these challenges that normally would lead to a win, you will get more points. And if you are under the top 10, which is like a loss, you will basically do these challenges to mitigate the loss in your points. So it's a really interesting system. We're not going to get to see under the hood, or as far as I know. I do think they tell you the challenges afterwards, so maybe we'll be able to kind of, reverse engineer it. We'll simply have to wait and see. Ranked will now require account level 50 to play, which is great. I think that is a great step in the right direction. Make the barrier of entry for ranked higher, because that makes it harder to cheat, smurf, and other unfavorable things. This will essentially more or less kill the solo to master series for most people, and I stand by that. I think solo to master smurfing content is really cringe. I know I do it because it's free money, but like I'll be fine. It's not my entire content or anything. We got a weapon mastery, which is a really big letdown. Each weapon, you basically do challenges, and you'll get experience. You can level up your guns. It's supposed to take like 100 hours to do it, to master it. Each weapon mastery track will earn player weapon specific badges, lifetime performance trackers, legendary weapon master banner frames, and a legendary weapon Apex pack for each weapon. A lot of people commented on when I was watching the trailer, and they said that, oh no, that you'll get a legendary skin, like specifically made for the mastery. And I was like, no, they would have shown us the skin. No, what they're giving us is a Apex pack for each weapon. I assume you're gonna get like one or more legendary skins, but if you master a weapon, wouldn't you already have them? I don't think the banners are that big of a deal. I do think this is a bit of a letdown. Maybe it's a budgeting issue, or they just didn't think it was important enough. But when you say, and people assumed that weapon mastery would mean specific skins for mastering the weapons, because that's the first thing you think about. That's what people still give them the benefit of the doubt. It's not happening. I'm sorry. Moving on. Firing range updates. They've shown the whole thing in the blog. It's really cool. You have some practice ranges, you have a 1v1 dual plays, you're going zip lines, and it just looks really, really crazy, really cool. Moving on. We got the new survival item, the evac tower, which is like a portable balloon, which will basically allow you to zip up the balloon and take it, and as you place a balloon, it can take damage from enemies and I think teammates as well. So it basically means that you will, the balloon will break if you shoot at it. So it's not as much of a free get out of jail free card as some people made it seem. Very interesting. Very interested to see like how it's going to turn out. You might not even need a Valkyrie anymore. Maybe you want to do both a evac balloon and a Valkyrie. You can combine the two to get like really far. Making playing zone more viable. We'll simply have to wait and see, because we're going to be talking about the ping system updates, where there are 3 new pings. It's the avoid area, enemy audio, which okay, and regroup. I feel like enemy audio, that's just an unnecessary feature. I don't even know why you added that ping. You just take space. Oh man. And expanded set of options when you're down or in dropship. Okay, that's cool. Lastly, we improved pinging from the map behaviors in following ways. In-game objects that have map icons, well, now it cannot be pinged from the map, creating accurate waypoints to callouts. That's really cool. Just some about quality of life things. But now we're going to be diving into the actual meat of the patch notes, because everyone always talks about patch note this, patch note that, way before its time, because there's a lot of speculation, there's a lot of leaks. But this thing is like the meat of a patch. This is the most important stuff in a patch. We got the patch notes, and we're going to be talking about those. So, the crate rotation is different. We've seen leaks about this. The RE45 returns to the floor, and the L-Star EMG enters the loot crate. Which is interesting. And going back to that, according to some leak I saw, it would have a digital threat again. We'll simply have to wait and see. They don't show it anywhere, don't mention it. Maybe I'll mention it later on. The crafting rotation changes. The alternator and sentinel enters the crafter, not the sentinel. The EVA 8 and the 3030 returns to the floor. The gold weapon rotation, flatline, Jupiter, Spitfire, Massive, and Vault. And loot spawns, this one is a really big one. They improved the Vault loot. They increased the chances of gold loot and added light mags to the spawn pool. And I think buffing the Vault loot is great. They've been kind of a letdown most of the time. The cargo bots have also been buffed. They removed small heating items, mobile respawn beacon, white armor, and backpack. Adjusted large healing heat shield spawns that allow for more desirable loot spawns. Removed gold weapons for purple tier cargo bots, but increased spawn chance in gold tier. That's really cool. I actually got a golden R99, I think like last week, and I was surprised. I think the drop rate has to be abysmally low, because I've never heard of it actually dropping a golden weapon, so that's pretty crazy. What the hell are they doing with the L's? I was gonna spit on the screen, but then I would ruin all my nice equipment. What are they doing to the L-Star? Added disruptor round, 60% damage increase against shields? What? Damage reduced. Projectiles now pass through, so you can shoot straight through people. Projectile growth increase, improved recoil pattern, removed barrel ammo stockpile 324. This thing's gonna be a beast. This thing's gonna be a menace to deal with. Oh my lord. The 3030 repeater, projectile size increase when fully charged. Oh, that's interesting. So it's easier to hit shots when fully charged. Small quality of life change makes it more viable to actually use the charge up that nobody really used. Triple take projectile size increased, improved hip fire spread, tighten bullet pattern when fully choked, ammo per shot reduced to 1. That is a massive difference. That is a massive change right there. Magazine size adjusted to match new ammo cost. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Increase the match 10 shots was 9. Yeah, because I think the purple mag was like 27 shots, but like once you divide it by 3, it's 9. So that makes sense. Okay, so they also nerfed the R9, which is probably good that this thing was dominating. Removed 1 bullet from the base and all magazines, so 19 from 20, 21 from 22. You get it. Charge rifle nerfs, let's go! Reduce shots per magazine to 3. Reduce spawn rate. Dude, you can't just reduce the spawn rate. We've been over this with the wingman. You can't just reduce the spawn rate of a gun. What happens is the guys that get it that have even more of an advantage. That's not a good nerf. Like across the board. Don't do that. Catalyst Dark Veil. Oh, this is such a quality of life patch. There's so many things we've been asking for. Scan highlights and diamonds are no longer visible through the Dark Veil. As you guys might know, the Seer Catalyst combo was really strong, really cheesy, and dominated competitive Apex. It has now been fixed. Mirage changed from skirmisher to support, so now we can open bins, and something about revives, you can buy back banners. Actually really interesting to see. I think it was a suggested change. Definitely makes more sense. I thought I heard a Yuki, we're good. Ash now gets slowed to weapon sprint speed instead of weapon walk speed when targeting with a tactical. This is a small quality of life things. Assault, oh, let's see. Assault class. Smart loot gains have been adjusted to reduce skipping and upgrade tier. It would now be less likely to jump from white to purple or blue to gold. Optics are now given based on team rather than use Assault Legend that opens them. Added special drop rate for gold optics. Okay. Skirmisher care packages are not automatically pinged for the team reveal. Call of life. Support bins now guarantee at least one battery in one of the secret compartment slots. Support bins now award MRBs if your ally is dead. Mobile respawn beacons if your ally is dead, even if you don't have their banner card. Legend banners can be crafted by any player who has a support class legend in their squad. This is really big. This is really big. I like that. So that means if your Loba is dead, you can just still craft banners back and get her back anyways. It's pretty cool. It's a big change. I don't know if I agree with it, but it's a pretty big change that we might miss or you might not have paid attention to. Moving on. Mixtape. New podium screens for gun running control. Display message and kill field. I don't care. Sorry. Control. Map rotation. They changed up now to have Olympus Hammond Labs. Evo shield. No longer Evo weapons automatically. What? No longer Evo weapons automatically when a new rating tier is reached. Players now reach a new tier and their weapon will Evo when the player holds it and holds his gun in any form. That's really cool because normally what happens is it just kind of lags you. You just die. It's really frustrating. Gun run. Weapon track update for new crate weapons. And added a additional experience with nothing. Team deathmatch to change it. Bug fixes. Let's see if there's any important ones. Prowler fixed ADS while crouching. Hopefully this time they actually did it. Fixed Spectres not taking too much damage from arc stars. Fixed Duos. Okay. Fixed space glitching inside of loot bins. Unlucky, dude. Okay, nothing else there. And we got some bug fixes here as well. Let's just like skim through them. Why not? Steps are no longer louder for Ashe if heirloom is equipped. Someone made a video on this showcasing this. I think they need to go through like every legend though, because every individual legend has this problem where there's different volumes when you have heirloom, I think. It seems that okay, so other than that, it seems to be in a live API. It doesn't matter for any of you guys. We're not going to mention it. So that seems to be it. Actually, really excited to see how the season's going to play out, how it's going to feel. Really cool changes. I think balancing competitive-wise, this is going to be a great season. Again, Ballistic doesn't look as hot as initially thought. It's probably still going to be really good, just maybe not game-breaking. We'll simply have to feel it out. I will be probably live streaming it when a new season drops. We'll simply have to wait and see because I have to focus on getting content out, talking about the new season, all the legends and all the tips. You know the drill by now. But make sure that you've subscribed so you don't miss when I do that. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Peace out.